At all? Come on, baby. There we are. Now, I need to make sure I've got this centered. When you're trimming, don't trim until you got them centered. Well, I see people trimming too soon all the time. And I'm going to pick a place, and it's anywhere in here is going to be centered on this piece. I'm going to pick a place right here. It's got a little bit of a warp down here from drying it and move, but let it go around, and when it touches, I'm going to stop. I'm going to move it half the distance that it was off, which is just barely. I mean, just barely, like that. That's good enough. This is heavy enough that I think it's going to stay where I put it. Normally I'd put some clay around the edge to hold it in place. I've got this little thing here from handling it, but that's going to be all right. So I'm going to trim a foot in here. I told you that I left some fat here to trim off of it. The first thing I'm going to do is trim it so it's perfectly round right here. Now if the rim is not level, if it wasn't cut even, when you turn the pot over, it's not going to be even here. Now this rim was even though I've kind of knocked it out around there a little bit. So it's running nice and level here. So I'm going to, two hands, my elbows or arms are on my knees. I'm up on my tiptoes here to get my leg up higher. So I'm going to trim this in about that far right there. And that's about how wide I'm going to leave the foot. I've centered it to here, so I'm going to start trimming it round right here. Now I'm using the cutting edge right there. That's the best cutting edge right there. Sharpest, best place to cut off a lot of clay at once. And I'm holding it with two hands. Now there's a natural question that you're going to be thinking to yourself. And that question is, how does he know when to stop? Well, I know because I've done thousands of these things. And I know how much extra fat there was from throwing the pot. So now I'm going to use the flat side right there. And oh, by the way, these things make really cool design things to use. These trimmings like that, which I'll demonstrate that one of these days, how to do some really cool textures. Okay, it's perfectly round right there. I'm going to trim this foot in. Go back to that cutting edge. You gotta keep cleaning your wheel or your tool off. It's a little bit sticky. That's why I have to keep cleaning it off like that. But that's okay. So what I'm trying to do is continue this round form here. As I look at it from here, looks like it needs a little bit more here. Right through here. Right. Now, this is nice and level here. I'm going to trim down here, about like that. And the purpose for doing this is so you have good craftsmanship. Also, you trim this down and it's recessed down inside the rim here. And so you got a lot less clay touching the surface of the table, so there's a lot less clay to scratch things up. It gives you a good place to put your name in. It's not going to rub off, and it just finishes the piece so it looks much better, right? So I've gone that far. Now I'm going to come over here, make sure my cutting edge is good. I'm start in the middle. And we just want to be sure that it's going concave. And back in, trim that up a little bit there. Hello. Trim it right here and right in there. Now, I don't want to leave any sharp edges. So I'm touching that up with the tool. Then I'm going to just use my finger. Take any sharp edges off. Round this corner here off. Just to soften them so they don't get any sharper. You can hang around if you want.
Going to the gym.
Okay. Are you supposed to go to the gym?
It's okay.
Because I'm finished. Okay, I'm just running my finger across here to smooth it out. And that's pretty good craftsmanship. So, there we go. And I'm going to give this piece to Karen. But I guess I'll go ahead and sign it. Thing is, when I give pieces away, I usually don't finish them. So whoever I give them to gets the pleasure of adding some glaze to them. Because this is as far as I'm going. You probably have a nice glaze you can think of. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and sign this. And since we're on TV or on YouTube, I'm going to sign it Kecker, Clay Whisperer. Hope there's enough room there. P-E-R-R-E-R.
Yeah.
Whisper. The Whisper. 20. Kecker the Clay Whisperer 2025. There we go. Okay, let's get us a new dry bat so we don't stick. And we'll turn this puppy over and see what it looks like. Boy, I made a mess on your floor, Karen.
It's okay.
Okay. There's the finished bowl. And that foot gives it some nice lift, creates kind of a negative space down here. And that's going to be a good thing to get a hold of for glazing it if we dip it. Okay, another little trick I'm going to show you. Oops, this has got a lot of holes in it. This bowl has a little bit of a wobble in it, I fear. I'm going to check it. See where it wobbles down there? That was from handling it. Now I'm going to take a good flat bat, lay it on top. I usually lift this up high enough so I don't have to bend over. And I don't bend over so good anymore. To level that out, take a good flat bat. Let's see if that helped any. Helped a little. Still got just a little wobble in it. But that did help some. And you know, a wider bowl like this, when it's fired, it's going to warp a little bit. They just do. Because they're thinner. Got a little. Better.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Strained it out pretty good. Okay, so there you learned some new tricks, and I'm all about learning new tricks. Woo, I feel good all over again. Kicker, signing off. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I really need some subscriptions. And I'd like to have you on there, and I'd really love to hear some comments. Because we get to know each other a little bit that way. So I'd love to get some comments, and I'll return the message. Over and out.